4th of October. Beware, beware. Don't beware. I don't know what that means. That's the 5th of November. Anyhow, we are looking at some events today in the market, so we're going to go over that. Nothing terribly important, but there's actually been some data already released, some more coming, and then after that we might see some good trading perhaps before that, but I don't trade before market events. However, in the meantime, we'll go ahead and take a look at some charts anyway, at least on the high time frame, and we'll see what might be available as the data comes out. All right, so let me go ahead and spread the link around. We got Jay Martin. What is up? Good to have you in. And we have a few posts inside of our Algo Factory. Let's see here. Sorry, got a couple things going on. Couple teens. We got a little bit of a malfunction here I gotta fix. Just one moment. Sorry for the confusion here. Okay. Just doing some taking a look at things, if you will. Okay, good. Sorry about all that, everybody. Anyway, so let's see here. We got Claude 2000 posted a link in the room. I'll probably visit that real quick first before we go too far. Let me go ahead and grab the link from YouTube and throw that over into Discord so people can come on. If you are live right now, feel free to ask questions, especially, of course, our private group gets the priority on questions. Here's QR code. Go over to the site if you want to learn about what we do, how to find us. AlgoFactory.tech. We help people become traders. We help people build what can eventually become automated algorithms, auto traders. Although before I would automate any kind of trading method, I would be manually making sure that was successful, and then I would automate that later. And it just depends on your schedule, how much time you have, and dedication, how long that takes to get there. So, but we do know the process, and we can help you get there. And we have done it. It has been done. And we got people who are brand new to trading that are already well into the process. So we do start with people of all skill levels, whether you are, experienced or not. So come join us. We'll see you there. Okay. So let me paste that link over at the Discord. And again, those who are here understand that the Discord days are numbered. So we will be moving the Discord to a different location, undisclosed location. Let's see here. That link posted out. Give us just a moment here. A little bit of a rocky start there. Sorry about that, everybody. Let's go into Claude's article. Let me share the screen. And we'll go on to Claude's article here, see what he's got. Recorder. Yeah, so this has to do with the JPY intervention. So, look, here's the thing. There was a quiet intervention by the Bank of Japan, right? So not all interventions are announcements or data or anything like that. And Jay, I see your question, Jay, buddy. We'll get to that. A lot of the information here that we see, okay, for a lot of these interventions are just people talking. Announcements are made. People have their central bank meetings, and then they say they're going to be hawkish, and then that pushes the market around. Well, this was a silent intervention. There was no announcement, no fanfare. The Bank of Japan just went ahead and purchased some bonds, and they wanted to strengthen the yen, and they did it quietly. They dipped into their FX reserves, and that's how they did it. Now, it was short-lived from what I saw on the charts. It seems that whatever they did wore off pretty quick. So, not to say they couldn't do it again. A lot of times, though, what you'll see is large interventions are done, and they're done ostensibly to stabilize the market, or something along those lines, something that sounds good. But my belief, and this is only my belief, I'm not, I don't talk to these people. I'm not talking to the, the head of the BOJ or anything. But I don't have that those conversations. Okay, I'm not pretending to, but I'm pretty sure you probably have a group of traders who are somehow underwater, and they need a little bit of boost so that they can either get back at a profit and exit their trade, or they can either maximize profit, minimize loss, any of those kind of things. That's my guess when you see such interventions. I don't see any other reason for it. Not something that pushes price around for like a day, or even half a day. That's not, you're not changing anything big there. For the public, you're not really helping anything long term, obviously, because long term is years, not hours. So I'm pretty sure that was done to save somebody or some group of traders, maybe their sovereign wealth fund, I don't know. But anyway, there was a bond purchase. They basically just took money and put it into the market, and it pushed the bond price up. That's that. So Jay asks, what indicators are proven to help our algos find structure since it's so important? I have indicators that seem to be obeyed by the market with their drawings blocks, but I'm not sure how real those blocks are. If market obeys them, then I guess that's enough. But what indicators really give the ability to set TPNS algo by structure or distance? Actually, that's a tricky one. I don't really use or care about that. If my algo works, my algo works. That's what it comes down to. That's so I've never really cared about structure. If I'm live trading, if I'm not auto trading, if I'm just like trading, by hand, then of course I'll try to avoid structure. But in the end, a good algo, when you test it, you'll take some losses, probably partly and due to structure. So, if you want to find algos that are going to be helpful with structure, then you would probably just go up into the indicators box, and you would type in structure, and you look for algos that have a source code, and you start testing those. That's how you do that. So you can go up here to where it says indicators, metrics, and strategies. I'm going to go ahead and maximize, or I'm going to make this one panel so things don't look so confusing. I'm going to go here to the indicators, metrics, and strategies. Click on that. I'm going to type structure. And then I'll probably look for some of the better used ones, like this 12,000 user one, or maybe this nephew one, which seems to be very related to the one by Lux Algo. You could use the Lux Algo one. There's the market structure. Any of these probably, it could be usable. Let's see what this main one of 12,000 is. The EP, I forget what it stands for, but EP, editors picks. That's ones that, that's liked by Algo Factory. By what do you call it? TradingView. I'm not seeing how that's very helpful, so I'm going to delete that. But there's the one, there's, I don't know, like I said, just experiment. That's the way to find that. I don't, like I say, I run algos that are going to be, what's the word? Effective, and I test them, and then they work, and I don't really worry too much about structure, because look, if there's a strong market move, then that strong market move is going to, that strong market move is going to push past structure usually. So if you have good algo, it's going to be able to predict those. Let's see here. Okay, so we had some data come out at 6:15. Let's see what that was. Okay, non-farm employment change. That back in the day, 5 years ago, that was like the one that people were really excited about because the news was so light. Everything was so stable, if you will. Well, not stable, but it was artificially stable. It was being pushed up. So ADP non-farm employment was one that everybody looked at. And you get a little bit of a move this morning. Of course, market's just kind of resuming the direction that it was going in, according to some higher time frame. There was a move down that got rejected to the upside last night, and so upside is the way to go. So price was being kind of just heading up in a very strong way, and then as the news came out, price was pulling back from that upward move. So basically you had this uptrend, and it was in a pullback as the news hit and came up. Let me see. We got the gorilla in the house. Good of you to join us.
Oh, namaste, my friend.
Namaste.
Hi, gorilla.
Do you feel in charge?
I never feel in charge, my friend. Only when I'm running the slushy machine in 7-Eleven do I feel in charge.
Do you have a plunger?
Only when the toilet is backed up and there's a code brown in the men's room, then I have
the toilet,
my friend, toilet. And if you need to know what that inside joke's all about, you got to join algofactory.tech.
Yeah, that's a dude. You're so hard to hear.
All right, hold on.
Maybe it might be my volume. Hold on.
No.
Are you on that cordless one that Kung Fu also uses? V?
Yes, I am. I was.
Yeah,
that sound better now?
Way better.
You're racist, so there. You're racist. You're racist against Italians.
That must be it. Why, is that like an Italian headphone or something?
Well, no, it's actually an Apple AirPod. So you're racist against metrosexuals and
metrosexuals, dude. I haven't heard that in a while.
And soy boys from Cupertino, California.
Oh, jeez, dude. Metrosexuals. That's old. That's like basically you dress like you're gay, but you're not.
Exactly. Hey, I used to be a metrosexual back in the early aughts.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Totally metro.
I get it. That's an old term. Like, that's not even Look, I'll tell you what. It comes with men. It really truly is. Can it get me laid? Then I'll do it.
That's the reason why me and all my boys did it. We were just, my God, you gotta put us in the village people. That's how metro we were.
You were wearing leather, and one guy had a construction.
One of my boys had a suspenders, and it was just covering his nipples. He had no shirt on and would walk around campus. It was great.
Shut up, dude. That's so stupid. That's stupid. Yeah, no, it's that was back look, if you want to look like Messi or whoever it was, Cristiano Ronaldo, that guy, he kind of fits that. He's got the super plucked eyebrows, the super,
and every girl in Europe wants a piece of him.
Yeah, shit. If you are getting the action, then I have nothing.
Is it Messi or it was Cristiano Ronaldo? Messi's like a normal.
Yeah, no, Ronaldo.
Alpha male type.
Yeah, Ronaldo's the one.
Cristiano's just too pretty. He's a little male boy. He's like a little boy model.
Well, he's too pretty, but what's too pretty? Are you getting the girls? Then I guess you're not too pretty.
Have you seen Ronaldo's wife? Oh my God.
Yeah. She's, of course, she's smoking hot.
I think she's Colombian or Brazilian. Holy God.
Yeah, man. That's pretty much the whole reason why men do anything is to get girls that look like that. That's why.
It is why men conquer lands. It is why men build businesses. It is why men go to war. It is why men That's if women realize the power they have, man, the real power, not the feminist garbage that they're putting out there. Man, I tell you.
Oh, I remember there was some girl. I don't know what was going on. I was with my dad, and then some smoking hot girl, and he goes, men will kill each other over her. Yeah. That's what he said.
All human history, man. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, it's true. Rikuku says you need to visit Ronaldo's island Madeira. Not familiar with
Madeira in Spain? Yeah, Madeira in Spain. Wow.
España. There is an island in España. Nice place and good food. Espetada. Okay, when you say his island, what, does he own it? God, it'd be nice to own some Spanish island. Jeez, dude. How much more of a, like, chick magnet do you want to be? Yeah, I own an island in Spain. Like, what? You what? All right, so yeah, so we got let's see here. I mean, really high time frame. We are starting to see some evidence that the dollar might get tired of rising. Let's take a look at the Dixie, even though it's not as useful as people think it is to look at the Dixie. Let's see here. Have to bring up all these. Okay, so let's panel this out. Envelope tester, no. All right, here we go. Let's DXY. Okay, well, high time frame is still bullish. We're in the midst of what is a bit of a pullback right now. So, but yeah, it's not going to last. I mean, maybe a few days. We might see the dollar relax for a few days, but that's probably it. I wouldn't be surprised if you just this trajectory you see. So you're looking at basically what is the daily chart right now, and this is an unnatural type of movement that you're seeing here. Okay, so what you're seeing here is just this upward channel where price is just being freaking mobbed up, and it's natural. We're raising the interest rates in the U.S., right? We're hiking rates, and we're hiking them hard, and we're hiking them consistently. So as that happens, you're going to see the Dixie. This is the dollar compared to other currencies, kind of rise along this sort of trajectory where there's no. Look how the market behaves when things are a little less, like manipulated, just a little bit less manipulated. You have a little ebb and flow, a little up and down, but right now it's just being crushed upwards. So unless policy changes, and I don't expect it to do so this year, not really, it's probably just gonna, maybe come down a little bit and then just continue back up like this. So, now that the Dixie, again, that's dollar strength, but understand that the Dixie is only just dollar strength compared to other currencies. It's not dollar strength compared to stocks. It's not dollar strength compared to gold or anything like that. Okay, so it's just compared to, I think it's mostly the larger currencies, the euro. We can look it up. I know I always say that, but we can actually look this up. The DXY composite, and we'll see what it's actually made of. Here it is. What is the US? Investopedia is a great resource. Let's see here. The euro, the Swiss franc, Japanese yen, Canadian dollar, British pound, and Swedish krona. Okay, that's what the dollar index is compared to. That's all it is. The euro, Swiss franc, Japanese yen, Canadian dollar, British pound. Interesting, the Swedish krona. I think I had heard before that they wanted to use, there was talks and nothing more, years ago about, okay, which is the best currency to use as a possible new reserve or something like that. And they were basing it on, stability, not on other things. And they're like, oh, well, then, the Swedish krona, right? It has these great metrics. And what they just quickly figured out, because the talks didn't go that far, they quickly figured out that it's not stable enough. I mean, I'm sorry, it's not a big enough economy. So in order to have a reserve currency, like your economy has to be able, it's got to be a large economy. There's got to be a lot of that currency floating around. And of course, the U.S. is so incredibly financialized that, that's one of the reasons why it can be used. Of course, we know all the other stuff. We cover the reserve currency aspect in that. I'm going to ask V a quick question.
Yes.
I'm going to private chat it to you. Did some updating on my phone, and my apps are a little bit wonky now, so just want to get that figured out.
Oh, sure. Yes. It's coming out as Toxic Avenger. Is that you?
That's perfect. That's awesome. Thank you.
I'll tell you right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's
coming out.
Don't know how to fix that. I have to figure that out. It's not a big deal.
That is easy, man. I'll tell you.
Oh my god. Yeah. Okay. Get that.
All
right, we'll get that figured out. I mean, it's not a big deal. It's it's not 2019 anymore, is it?
What?
What are you talking? All right, so we have here. Yeah, look. Let's go over the charts a little bit. We'll go over the euro, and then we'll actually flip over to crypto. Right now, the trend is strong up. It just basically was spending time down here. And as the Dixie went ahead and did its flip, and the dollar started getting weaker, and rather suddenly, by the way, that Dixie flip was pretty sudden. Let me delete this here. If you look on a lower time frame on this Dixie chart, which I will look here, I mean that's a pretty sudden turn of events right there. This wick right here with that green dot in the bottom, that's the JPY. We talked about this earlier in the show, so this was, I think, related to the yen. And then it's just this nasty move down was not unexpected, but the charts really didn't exactly see that coming. Not, you can see that this is a rather sudden move. So for whatever reason, the algo's flipped in the big game. Algo's flipped, and you have this scenario. So that's why the euro is doing what it's doing. We'll go over to Bitcoin, and that's going to be also, by the way, back to Forex. I'll show you on the Swissy. It's just the opposite on the Swissy, where it's going to be flipped going down. I mean, this is all basically a function of the Dixie. And it does, you think, oh, well, all I have to do is look at the Dixie. And well, no, all these charts are reacting in real time. So, looking at the Dixie isn't necessarily going to help you. There are those who believe that it does. But the reality is that this chart is going to flip just as quick as the Dixie. So, I mean, looking at the Dixie is nice for just knowing which way the wind is blowing. But in reality, it's going to be reflected in real time in these other charts. So it's not necessarily that helpful, if you ask me. So Bitcoin, let's see here. We still have that bit of an uptrend happening in Bitcoin on the higher time frame. So I do expect there to be a little more up. How high will it go? I mean, look, it may not go as high as what I just painted yesterday. I mean, I know that I painted up to like 30,000, but it may not go that high. I mean, it would make sense for there to be a head and shoulders here. There, after all, there was a big fat head and shoulders up here, kind of, sort of, an ugly one. So here, though, what we could do is go over to the Kingfisher and take a look at where the liquidity sits now. Now, it doesn't necessarily sit otherwise. I mean, it's not necessarily going to stay there. It's just where the liquidity is right now. So we'll go ahead and get let's get a spin, see if we can win some credits here real quick. That's going to be a spin again later. Okay. So we're going to do last. So there's actually a fair amount of liquidity below price right now. So price probably will actually, at some point, it'll dip down to probably 26.4 and to take up that liquidity unless people take those trades off, right? So the reason that this liquidity exists in this 26.4, 26.8, and around the low 27s. So let's mark that out. And let's go to a lower time frame to do that. 26.4, 26.8, and what did we say? Low 27s. Let's go here. So we're on like the 2-hour chart right now. Okay. $26.4. We've got the low 27s. We'll put there. 26.8 right here. 26.4. We could be a little more like, this is where the peaks are. There's liquidity all around these, okay? So it's not just in that area, but price is likely to make its way over to these, but it's going to need a an impetus to move down. Now the higher time frame is it's bullish, right? So do we have liquidity up higher? It's way up there. There's not like a large node of liquidity that's anywhere close to price. So price may kind of like whatever the move up that needs to happen will happen. And there might be, a move up to kind of maybe approach this peak, this 28.5, maybe not make it all the way there. I wouldn't be surprised to see price maybe make it up to say 28,000 just above, or we could even use a fixed range here to see where the order blocks are. Okay, it's just about time. We got Digital Rhythm is in the house. We'll talk to him in a minute here. Yeah, like I would be surprised to see price head up to 28,000 before it reversed, but then again, there's a lot of space in between that. And price may not make its way up there. It might simply reject like where it is and head down, but at some point it's going to want to get this liquidity down here. So I wouldn't be surprised to see Bitcoin head down. So, but that's the end of the session here. Like I said, a little rocky start there, had some technical issue, but long story short, V, can you go ahead and give us the Gorilla send-off, and then we're going to have Digital Rhythm on. He's a brand new individual with Algo Factory, and he's an experienced trader and traded Forex a lot 10 years ago. The tech has really changed since then, and we're going to explain to him how we find our edge at Algo Factory. So V, please give us that send-off.
There it is.
You sound like the 70s movie Piranha, like when the piranhas come.
No, I remember Piranha.
That's what it sounds like. That's what it sounded like. I don't know why they use that noise when the piranhas come, but the piranhas go.
All right, folks, listen, don't wait and don't hesitate. Join us, algofactory.tech. Take advantage of the chaos. Make a difference in your bottom line. Algofactory.tech, where we not only teach you how to trade, but also build the algos so you can trade your job and upgrade your life. With that being said, Cowboy, take us away.